When it comes to being aggressive as CT and fighting over map control, this is one of the better smokes I know for that purpose on this map. I'm going to smoke off T-spawn so that this guy here, this sniper, he's got no vision towards mid. To push into banana, they got to come through some smoke. They can't use that corner for cover against us. You know, all they got is sliding along this wall or being out in the open. And so with that one smoke, I'm helping my guys on A fight for mid control, and my guys on B fight for banana control. And the quickest way I know to do that at the beginning of the round is coming here and aiming right there. Just to the right of this black line between the bricks, there's this little hump of darkness right there. And I'm aiming right about there, about that height. Let me show with a better crosshair. That makes it easier. About that height. It's got to be pretty close because I'm sneaking right past this wall here, and I don't want to be too far off in the other direction either. But that's about as perfect as I know how to do it. And I can do it the same way, even easier from here behind the coffins, aiming right about there, just above this little pointy bit right here. So just above that, no further right, and no lower really. But anywhere around there would be good, so it doesn't miss the corner of that balcony or the edge of that balcony. And that's the same placement again. And yet another way I can do it from over here is on top of first oranges over here, crouch and line up over top of the right edge, or the right corner of that lighter blue diamond down there. So I aim right about like that, and then stand up and aim right here at the bottom of this slanted line right here, and throw. And this will be the same throw again. Same exact kind of placement. I mean, it's not like they're going to want to boost over this either because they're standing out in the middle. Okay, so I can do it from the A side as well, but it's never going to be as good as those ones from the B side. If I come here at the beginning of the round, I got to be at least wide enough where I can see this full lantern. A little wider is okay, just not, if I'm like this narrow, it's not going to work quite the same. But okay, so I come here and I aim at the corner of this building at the height of this part of the door. So aiming right there, and then I run forward and jump throw. So I come here, get in position, aim there, run forward, jump throw, and get out of sight. And now this one doesn't cover off this pushing the banana completely, but it still does disrupt them a little bit, and it does give this guy an advantage to this if he's sitting on this corner. But it definitely will block off mid at least. You can do the same thing from up here on top of the pallet in this corner, and I just aim right here at the top. You got to crouch at the top and aim at the top of this line right there. Aim there, then stand and throw. And that does the same thing. A little bit better than the last one, but still not perfect. But plenty good enough. I can do it even better from back here behind the hay cart. If I aim right between these two little black dots right there, right the midway point between the two of them. You can find that spot quickly by crouching and aiming right about here on this part of the cart down there. And I stand up and it puts me right between the dots. So I can just do my little micro aiming afterwards once I get in the spot. And just make sure I'm no further right than the middle between those dots, because that's going to be right on the edge of that corner there. Doesn't need to be that close to the edge. It's just to make it as perfect as I can over here. And I can do the exact same way from the mini pit here. Just aiming right here, right at the right edge of this this spoke on this wheel here. No further right than that, left is okay. But if you want to push it right to the corner, you just aim right at the edge of that. No further right than that. That's right at the edge. But obviously left would be fine. Just pushing it out that far is just to make it as good as I possibly can for that corner there. And I'm all about that. But this is the best way to do it. if you don't know any other way, just know this way right here. Because this can be done at the beginning of the round every time.